Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Farming Valley. So, last episode, of course, we were working on this, kind of decorating out the waterwheel, a lot of speed building. Today we're not going to be speed building, but we are going to be building a bit on camera, and we're going to be working over here. We're going to kind of continue this building around, and we're going to add in our sugarcane farm. So, truth be told, I mean, do we need a sugarcane farm right this second? Nah, not particularly, though I will say in the winter I am planning on working on the house a bit, and we will need to work on the library, and so we will need sugarcane to make paper and stuff like that. But since we're working on this structure, I would like to go ahead and add in our personal use sugarcane farm, and then like I said later on, we're going to make a bigger automated setup within the factory that's going to be a little bit different, and that's going to be for just selling sugarcane, so that we have like passive money coming in. Now this sugarcane, if the drawer, we're going to use a drawer for storing it, and if that starts to fill up, then yeah, I'm probably going to sell some of it off, but for the most part, this is going to be just our personal use stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started, and we're kind of picking back up, it's like a couple days after last episode. The main thing I did, I smelted up some more stone, and worked around the farm, and just some little odd and end stuff, nothing too crazy. But we are going to be using mossy stone as our primary building block again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, this block, we'll go ahead and pull this one up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just so we have the middle point, because we're going to make this 13 long for this sugarcane farm, and I believe that's yeah, that's how I want it. So let me go ahead and pull this back a little bit. Kind of trim this dirt back, and then over here we're going to have another like pillar that comes up. So this is going to be the sugarcane farm, and then we're going to do a pillar. It's only going to be, let's see, like 3 high, well, yeah, above this, and then above this I'm just going to do decorative stuff, and then have the roof kind of come out like it is, you know, up here and everything. I'm actually going to go ahead and just trim this back a little bit more, because we're going to need a little bit of space here. Alright, and let's go get our drawer made that we're going to be using. We'll go ahead and start from the bottom section and kind of work our way up. And let's go ahead and get ourselves some of this big tile stone. I like that gray color with the mossy stone. I will say that we're going to go through and add some vines to it later on, to that build that we're working on, but not just yet. Alright, so let's get ourselves a drawer real quick, and I'm going to need sticks, because we're going to do a frame drawer. That's not right. Oh, okay. That's right, it's only 6 sticks. There we go. And I think the drawer that we're going to do mossy stone and chiseled stone. Actually switch those. So we have mossy stone around the sides and the borders, and then we have that smooth stone on the front. And that will be our sugarcane storage, which I am still going to have sugarcane stored over here. I'm not going to pull that out of the drawer. That way we've got some over here and we got some over here. Long term we'll have refined storage, and we'll probably kind of redo a bit of our storage work, but for now this will work perfectly fine. So we'll just put our drawer in right there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is this area here. Let's see. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have the water run right up through here. So you'll kind of be looking up at the sugarcane farm. It's not going to be level with the ground. So what we'll do is let me go get, well, I'll tell you what, I've got my architect's saw bench right here. And let's go ahead and get ourselves just, do I want to use stairs, or I wonder what this would look like if we, let's see. Ooh, I actually like that. That would be perfect, because it's like a stair, but it's, you know, it's got that rounded feature, and we're going to have panes that come down, though I might do chisels and bits for them. So that way I can make them flush with the wall, or at least like in the middle here maybe would be good. So yeah, we're going to go with these arches. They are the arch diameter 3 part B. And we'll just kind of run these down along through here. And on top of our drawer as well. And I need one more. Okay, so there we go. That's what it's going to look like in the front there. And then what I want to do is for the bottom of this, I'm kind of thinking about doing, let's see, let's go get ourselves some sand, because we're going to have to place where the sugarcane is going to be growing at. I need to buy a new sleeping mat, which I want to say she's open on Wednesdays. If so, I'm going to purchase another one, because this one's going to be shot before too long. But let's see, sand, yeah, there's 14 here, that's fine. We only need 13. I do need to run to the desert, but we do have that saved in our Ender book, so that's not a problem. And how much, let me see, how much lapis do we have? Because I kind of want to do like a blue at the bottom. Yeah, we've got the lapis. So I'm going to go ahead and get like 13 blocks of that, and we'll chisel it. And I'm thinking we'll go with something like a darker lapis, like this raw lapis maybe. Yeah, I think I like that kind of. I wouldn't mind like a darker, but I don't know that I want this. Ooh, no, we're going to go with these lapis tiles. I think they'll fit the build a little bit better. So we'll go with those. And I'm not sure if there's going to be mobs out, because we're kind of working in an area that doesn't have the lanterns all the way over there. So it is possible we might run into mobs a bit more today. Oh yeah, baby skeleton. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sleep real quick. Might as well. And then, of course, by the end of the episode, it might be winter, which we don't really have to set up for crops in the winter, but... oh, our spinach is done, which I'm not going to be replanting it, because we only have 4 more days left of this season. I didn't think about it, but when we harvested that wheat, I could have put spinach down over there. I didn't, so that sprinkler is actually off, so the ground's starting to kind of come back as dirt. But because into the year I don't have to upkeep the sprinklers whenever I'm done with the season stuff, so that's good. Oh, and beets came in. Oh, and I see some eggplants too. So we're gonna have quite a bit of money tomorrow. We've got 243,000 at the moment, which is great. I do think we are gonna hit like 300,000 by the end of the year, because we've got a bunch of beetroots that'll be coming in. So we'll be sitting really good for the start of next year and for the winter and everything. So, because I do plan on doing a bit of mining and a bit of tool upgrading in the winter, and then a bit of building. So, we still have one more building to put into the town. And, you know, I could buy the oak wood, but I feel like it's kind of a waste. I mean, it's not terribly expensive, but it's not terribly cheap either. So, I'm going to wait to go do the animals. I'll do them in just a minute. So, let's get back over to here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull up... yeah, we're going to pull this stuff up. Where's my shovel? Right here. We'll pull us up a nice little layer here, and we're going to do these lapis blocks. Now, technically, you're really not going to be able to see this all that much, but that doesn't matter. We still have to make it look nice. And then we'll be able to see the hopper down here, so let's do... let's do some stone right in there. Just so it's not, like, smooth stone underneath the hopper. And then our sand, we're going to run this... actually... you know what? Oops. Sometimes those climbing gloves are a nuisance. We'll actually put this lapis block right there, because I went too far over. I actually only needed 12 lapis blocks, but I guess we'll put a lapis block there. So it looks like this is like a smooth lapis layer that runs through here. And then we're going to take our sand and just run this out along through here. And of course this is where our sugarcane is going to be growing on. So, okay, and now that that's done, the inner walls of this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the front section here as mossy bricks, and then the back section here is going to be more chiseled stone. Okay, so the moss is kind of growing on the front side, and then we've got this more like smoother stone on the back end. And we'll go ahead and bring that side up, and this side here. Okay. And then back behind where the sugarcane is going to be setting, we'll go ahead and pull this. Actually, I'll just use this. That's fine. This first level here we'll do is our chiseled stone. And I actually like this chiseled stone because it's got that connected texture. And then over here we'll do that. Okay, so that's set. And then what we're going to do is we need to go make ourselves 13 pistons. This is probably the most expensive part of this build, I'd say. And I guess technically we can go ahead and put our water in. So let me get just 2 buckets here. And we'll grab that. Oh yeah, and right here this needs to be mossy stone. Okay, so we'll do water flowing right there, and then we'll do water flowing right here. Okay, so it meets in the middle. That water there in the middle is not flowing. That's fine. We just want to get it to the middle. So let's go get ourselves 13 pistons as well as a hopper. Just 1 hopper. We are going to need a little bit more stuff when it comes to the redstone once we actually start setting up the bud switches. This is all, aside from the storage drawer, this is all vanilla. I've used it in many other series. I used it on Quantus. I used it on the short vanilla series where we were kind of doing some redstone builds. And I've probably used it elsewhere too. It's pretty much my go-to build for sugarcane farming because it's very, very simple, very straightforward, and it's one of those things like, why reinvent the wheel kind of a thing. Alright, so we'll get our 13 pistons. There we go. And then we're going to need a hopper. Alright, and that's going to be most everything that we need. I mean, we are going to have to go back through at the end, and we're going to kind of clean it up, put some glass panes on, some little stuff like that. But then we can start working on the top and the redstone. So I'll try to keep this fairly straightforward and simple for you guys. Just this way, sugarcane's, it's easy to farm, and it's one of those things I've just kind of been waiting until we get over to here to set it up. Alright, and then our pistons will go just straight across, like so. And there we go. Okay, that's the most expensive part. I think the rest is all just basic redstone stuff, comparator, repeater, furnace, that kind of stuff. Okay, so now that that's in place, this right here is going to be our roof layer. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to make it a slab, just to make it look a little bit better for us. And then the front section here, let's see, we are going to have mossy stone just come across like this. Well, do I want to do it there, or do I want to do a slab for that too? Actually, change of plans. We're going to do mossy stone, bring this across like that, and just connect it up. Just so that that section of the mossy stone follows through. And then right up here, I'm going to go ahead and get 13 of these arches that we used. And we'll go ahead and bring these over just so it's all even. It all looks nice. There we go. And then on the intersection here, I think I'm going to do glowstone. I'm going to do some chiseled glowstone as the ceiling, so we kind of have like lamps. I don't think there's any good... Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot. There are the lit redstone lamps, which look pretty good, I feel like. Redstone, I've got plenty of. What about glowstone? Yeah, I think we'll do just the lit redstone lamps for it. I don't know if I have enough glowstone. I may have to go to the nether to get more. We'll find out here in just a second. One of these days we will have flight in the form of Britannia. Once we have the ender pearls that we need, go to the end to get more ender pearls, kind of a thing. We're steadily getting there. We've got 2, and I've got 1 or 2 in the chest. Okay, no, I only have 7 glowstone, so I'm going to pop into the nether for just a minute. Well, maybe more than a minute. And I'm going to see if I can come across maybe some glowstone. I don't need a whole lot. I mean, one little, like, glowstone section, you know, like the little, I don't know, lamp sections that hang down. One of those, and we'd have enough glowstone that we'd be set, so... It's just a matter of finding one that's easily accessible to us. It's not, like, crazy high up. Okay, there are bad things everywhere. Heat scar spiders and stuff everywhere. But I think I found some glowstone here. And I'm just going to build that out. Okay. Oh. being attacked. I'm being attacked here. Okay. But I've got the ring of magnetization, so... Actually, I need to be using this pick. Okay. I need to get around to making a bow. Or, I don't know, a mana blaster or something. Okay. Okay, I got the glowstone that we need. That's 62, that's plenty. So, now I just have to get out of here and make it back home. Which, we're just going to run for it. Because then I can get out of here and I can sleep and then I'll be like full health. So, it's not really a big deal. Oh my gosh, heat scar spiders everywhere. The nether, I think the nether scares me more in this pack than like any pack prior. Just because I don't have like super crazy modded stuff. Why are you here? Finn's just hanging out in the nether. Okay, we are safe. We are safe. Oh, and I hate dying in this pack because there's no gravestones. I mean, I could add it, but it's more fun to play it a little bit more as intended, so... Alright, let's get our 13 glowstone blocks. And then we'll get ourselves a bit of redstone. And let's go ahead and make ourselves redstone lamps. There's 13 of those. And then to make the lit redstone lamps, it should be a redstone torch. So there is 13 redstone torches, and then just combine those together. There's our 13 lit redstone lamps. Alright. And these... Let me double check something, though. Now that I think about it. These don't emit redstone, do they? Or do they? Because if they do, it kind of messes up my plans. No, they do not. Okay. That's good. I have this really bad habit on here of not carrying food with me. But it's like... We don't generally build up enough hunger over the course of a day to necessitate food, unless it's like a planting day or something like that. Usually like right before spring, I'll make a bit of food and put it in our lunchbox. Things like that. But generally, it's like we don't really get that hungry over the course of a day, so I just don't carry food with me normally. I mean, if we were going out adventuring, I mean, I popped in the nether for a minute, but like if we were going to the end or something, I would. Uh-oh. It looks as though all of our industrial hemp on this side's dead. I didn't realize the sprinkler must have went out on us. Which, that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, we have more industrial hemp than I know what to do with. Like, for a very long time anyways. Not gonna say forever, but for a while. Grab the crop reader. Yeah, this industrial hemp's ready to harvest. So I am gonna go ahead and snag this real quick. Just so, because really, I'm not gonna... It's not going to grow again by the end of the season, so I'm not going to worry about the industrial hemp anymore from here on out. Alright, so our lit redstone lamp, let's go ahead and just set these up, and we're going to put them just right above the sugarcane, where the sugarcane's going to be at. That way the sugarcane's always got enough light, it's always going to grow, and it's going to look nice as well. Or at least in my opinion, it looks nice. Okay, so that's what the front of it's going to look like, minus the glass panes. We'll put the glass panes on there, and then of course we're going to do some detail work on the top and kind of make that pop a little bit. Don't really have enough room to put another sugarcane farm. Well, I guess you might be able to fit one up there, but no, not really nicely, I don't think. So one of these is plenty, though, especially just running over the course of time. So... Alright, so now we get to actually work on the redstone, setting up the bud switch. Okay, so I'm going to trim back this grass a little bit, open this area up, and let's see. We need to go make a couple things. We're going to need a bit of redstone. We're going to need a... Oh yeah, one more piston, actually, now that I think about it. We will need one more piston, a furnace, redstone comparator, redstone repeater, and then a piece of sand, and then a bit of redstone to run. And I think that's pretty much it. We're basically just making just a standard, basic, vanilla Minecraft bud switch. Just vanilla redstone mechanics basics is what we're working with. So let me get that stuff together real quick, and I'm just going to do this off camera. It's nothing too elaborate. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I went ahead and harvested that sugarcane that was over there. We're going to go ahead and plant our sugarcane first, just so that can go ahead and start growing. It's only going to grow up to 2 high, and that's perfectly fine for us. So what we'll do, or actually I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. And first and foremost, we need to run redstone over the tops of these. It does not work. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to be able to go with the lit redstone lamps, in fact. Okay. I'm going to go get some glowstone. I'm going to chisel it, and I'm going to switch it out. We'll use those lamps elsewhere. I didn't even think about not being able to run the redstone over the top of them. Okay, it's the next day, which we have a lot of stuff that came in. Eggplants. Doesn't look like that stuff came in. But eggplants, sweet potatoes came in. But I had to go to the nether because we didn't quite have enough... let me get rid of these guys here. We didn't quite have enough glowstone for me to go do that. And... oh, let me dump the stuff into here. Oh, I do have sugarcane in here. I didn't realize that. Okay. And I did get a ghast here, which is cool. Okay, so... let's go ahead and just pull this stuff up, I guess. And like I said, I'll use them elsewhere. I mean, having these already made, it's not really bad. It's just not what I actually needed for this build, I guess. Okay, and we'll just go with like a chiseled glowstone. I mean, there's not a whole lot of options as far as lamps within this pack. So we'll go with something like these. The glowstone small tiles. I actually quite like these, so... we'll go with them. And just right across the top. Like so. So if we take a look at it from the bottom now, that's what it looks like. So I actually like that. And I may do like some chisel work right in there, maybe. Just to make it look like there's more of a border between the mossy stone and the glowstone, but not right now. Not right now. Okay, you know what? You know what? Scratch this. Redstone won't go on glowstone at all. I'm awesome at vanilla mechanics. Whoops. Whoops, I'm having a rough time today. I'm having an absolute rough time. At least he didn't get any pistons or anything. I'm not terribly concerned with creeper exploding and blowing up a little bit of mossy stone, so... oh, look, we got glowstone coming in. Magically. Alright, so I'm going to need, what, 2 more of those now? But yeah, glowstone, I mean, redstone does not go over glowstone or the lit glowstone, none of that, so I'm just derping it up. I've set this thing up, I don't even know how many times, and I think I've had that same issue before. I guess what we're going to do is, do we want to do that, or do we want to do... I'm actually thinking about doing the lamps up one. Here comes another one. Oh, and it's a legendary one. That's great. And there's another one. Just creepers for days. Why don't you guys jump in the water here? Okay, so anyways, I'm thinking about having the glowstone actually right up here, then. I think one just fell into our drawer. Yeah. Okay. So we'll put the glowstone right there. And then right back here, I guess I'm going to do our chiseled... do I want to use chisel stone for this? No, I actually don't... I do not like that, in fact. So, I might change this all over to mossy stone. I'm starting to think that would look better. Because the pistons are fine to kind of accent the moss stone. And the sand, and the water, and the glowstone, and the sugarcane. I think it'll look okay. I think it'll look alright. So yeah, I'm just going to change this all over to moss stone. I don't know what I was thinking. It's one of those days, I guess. Okay. I actually think that looks a little bit better. And then once we have the sugarcane growing, I think it'll look alright. Okay, so anyways, back to what we were working on. What we've been trying to get to for a little while now. The redstone. What we're going to do is we are going to run the redstone just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then right over here next to it, let me get this dirt here. And then what we'll do is we'll put dirt right there. We're going to put a redstone repeater facing into that redstone just to refresh our redstone so it has, you know, the full 15 blocks to work with. And then what we'll do is we'll have dirt come around right there. We're going to have redstone sitting right there. And then this block right here, I'm going to pull this up. And right in here, we're going to put down a piston. And this piston is just going to be facing straight up. Okay? And then right next to it, we are going to put ourselves a furnace setting on this last piston. The one facing forward. The last one before the one facing up. Okay? Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take and just put 14 items into this furnace. And let me actually pull... I just realized that repeater, I have it too far up. I don't actually want it there. I'm going to put the repeater back by 1. And then bring our redstone over like that. And then this sand block, we're going to go ahead and just put this right on top of the piston. And then all we have to do is just take our comparator. We'll put that down right there. And then dirt right there, or whatever block. And then just bring our redstone around like that. Okay? And that's really all there is to it. And what's happening is, like, the reason we put 14 items into this furnace is because the comparator is reading that, and it's emitting enough redstone to bring this around. If I was to drop this down to, say, oops, what in the world? Oops. Okay. If I was to drop this down to 13, you could see I only get a signal of 1, so it doesn't come all the way around. I don't need you right now. I actually have to go get the crops in just a second. So that's why we have the 14 items, so that we have a redstone signal of 2 being read off the furnace by the comparator, and then it brings that redstone around. And the reason we have the sand in the piston is because whenever these pistons fire, basically this is just a bud switch. So whenever these fire, this piston over here is also going to fire. It's going to lift that sand. It's going to break the redstone comparator connection, thus breaking the redstone and resetting this. Okay, is all it is. That's all it is. And the bud switch is going to activate anytime there's, of course, a block update, which in this case is going to be our sugarcane growing. So let's go ahead and plant our sugarcane, which I do need to put some panes on the front or do something there. But just so you see it run, if I throw sugarcane right there, pow, it activates and it dumps the sugarcane. And let me pull this off real quick. I'm going to have to put a Solignolia over here, but if I do that, there we go. The sugarcane gets dumped in the water and it goes into our frame drawer. Okay, so now I just need to put some glass on the front and kind of clean up that little front section, and then that build is going to be done. So let me go take care of the crops real quick and take care of the animals real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll get the rest of that sorted real quick. Okay, so I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, our massive beetroot harvest, actually this one over here came in as well, so tomorrow we're going to make a lot of money. Like a bunch of money. I'm going to harvest this grass today, as well as I think this industrial hemp, part of it came in or something. I don't know. It's really weird, like the way it's laid out there. But I think some of it came in, so I'm going to harvest that in a minute as well. But I got all the animals taken care of for yesterday, and crops, and then everything for today. Now we've got 19 in there. I want to say that's actually... No, I don't think anything's grown yet. As far as our panes go, let's turn that off, I guess. I don't think we really have much option if we want to go with glass panes, other than just vanilla and Botania, I think. But the thing is, where this is setting, the panes would actually be setting offset. I think they'll be setting like right in the middle, which is right in there, which is going to be forward farther than what we want. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to chisel it, or saw it down. So, I mean, really I could use any kind of glass. I think I might go with, let's take a look here. I think I'll probably end up going with probably something from Chisel, maybe one of these cyan colors. I think that would look pretty good. I don't know, the only thing is colored glass tends to come out in such a shade that it makes everything behind it look kind of icky. It makes it all look kind of icky, so I don't know for sure if that's what I want to do. Let me grab a little bit of cactus. Really, we only need like 1 pane of glass. No, we actually probably need 2, but that's fine. I just need a little bit of cyan dye. Okay, so there's some cyan dye and then, or some cyan glass. And then I guess we're just going to chisel it. I think I want to go with something without the borders, which would be like the streaked glass. So that way I don't have like weird squares as we lay it out. So, and then we'll just cut this down. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to do that. I'm just going to cut this down real quick because I just want covers. I just want, or do I want to go with like slightly thicker? I think maybe like this. It won't quite be as flat as covers. It'll be a little bit thicker, but I think it'll look better. So something like that, I think. And then okay, so something a bit more like that. And then what I'll probably end up doing is coming through with a little bit later. I'm not going to worry about it right this second, but where I have this like one chiseled bit like out, I may come through with like a dark block, maybe like a some kind of black, I think. So that kind of matches up with this glowstone, and then do like a border that kind of runs around that and stuff. I would do it right now, but it's about to be the end of the 29th, and I actually need to go harvest a couple things, and then the 30th I want to do a little bit of final preparations, clear out some farms and stuff off camera to get us ready for winter. So, but you could actually, if you just noticed, right there, a piece of sugarcane just came out, and now we're at 20 sugarcane. So, one did just pop out. So that's just kind of run in the background as we work on other things, and we'll get sugarcane building up, just passively. Which, that way, whenever we need it, if we need it in the next season or something, we've got it. You know, we'll have plenty of it. So, I mean, you could expand on it, but honestly, running passively for just manual use stuff, that's going to be more than enough sugarcane for us. So, we'll be good on that. Let's see, does this actually... Yeah, that gave me industrial hemp. It's weird how this happened, because it's like... There's no rhyme or reason to the way it's, like... The way it's, like, messed up here, but... Whatever. Go ahead and clean that stuff up. I'm about to pass out, but that's fine because I'm about to go to sleep. I've got like junk floating around me. It's just that chiseled glass. I didn't want to keep it on hand anymore. Okay, so we are at 325,000 gold. And I see sweet potatoes are in. Of course, that field's gone. Some sweet potatoes up there. So we're going to come out to be close to... probably around 335,000 for the end of the year. Or for, you know, hitting December. Or winter, I mean. Which is not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I've got to clean out my inventory. I've got to finish wiping out the farms, harvest that stuff, take care of the animals, get us ready for winter, since it's the last day. So I am going to end out this episode here, but I feel like we accomplished what we wanted to. Like I said, maybe in the next speed build or something, I'll just run through that with a quick chisel and just place that out. But I've got to figure out what block I want to put there and everything. Basically just some kind of dark block. I might even use this dark wood. I'm not for sure. So I've got to think about that. But at least we got it finished. We got what we aimed to do done today, which is, you know, get that sugarcane farm up and going. Like I said, once again, there will be a larger one, a little bit different of a layout and stuff. But we will have a larger sugarcane farm that is for selling. It's just going to go straight into a box and get sold. So we'll have like passive money coming in. Yeah, see, 24 sugarcane. So, I mean, there went another one, and there in a second we should see it hit, oh, it's right there. Sometimes this can happen. I could put the glass back a little bit more so that doesn't happen, but it's not, I'm not that worried about it. Though long term we may change up this entire design and have like a hopper hawk. Just grab the sugarcane, you know, if we want to get 100%, then we can do that. And we might do that. We'll see. But right now I'm pretty happy with this. And it was fairly easy to set up. But as always, if you guys have any questions about it, you know, do let me know. And I'll do my best to get those answered for you. During the next speed build, which will probably take place sometime, well, there'll actually probably be a couple during the winter. Hopefully. Because we won't have to worry about crops then. We will clean this up and add like the detail work on the top. And then add the little bit of chisel work on the front there and stuff like that. So very minor things, but I've got to figure out exactly what block I want there. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.